Well, hello. Welcome to Sandy Ainley. I hope you're well. I just thought I'd show off. I hope you don't mind. Just please look at this, how beautiful it is. And it matches my t-shirt. 100%, says Sandy with it having come off. So, I hope you like my, I think one says clothing today. Okay, well I was going to say attire, however I wasn't sure whether that was a polite word or not, so I was scared to say it, I was afraid to say it. But I think it just means one's gear, one's clothing. So I hope each one of you are well, as I've hopefully already said twice. I'm ready to show you my books, the following lot. I'm going to start because there's a lot to get through. I have a Hebrew dictionary. There we are. There's writing that you probably don't recognise or know how to read. And then at the side, there's some British, Hebrew English. And oh, excuse me, please. Bear with me, please. Dictionary practical dictionary, and it seems as though it's the wrong way round. I think that it's because the Hebrew read from the opposite direction to us. So I'm going to need to know where to place all my books. I'm just going to plonk one down on the ground and go to the next one. So there's the dictionary, mini dictionary of nurses. Again, I'm very, very much a believer in dictionaries. I just wish to say sorry for my abominable nail varnish. I feel a bit self-conscious, however, it's shellac. Oh, Oreo, darling, good boy. Get down, sweetie. Good boy. Come on. Come on, please. Good boy. Come here, darling. Want to come to Mummy? Want to come to Mummy? There's a good boy. There's a good boy, I know. Poor Oreo threw up fur balls. Yes, in half an hour you get your dinner again when Mummy's finished the vlog. Right, so then there's a Collins Pocket reference to letter writing. And I remember when I first had this book, and I was so proud that I had a book of such nature. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked at it much. Dear Sir, Madam, thank you for your order of date. We are, however, unable to dispatch your goods at once for the following reasons. You have omitted to state the quantity required. You have omitted to state the model numbers. Please send remittance of. Your cheque has not been signed. See notes below. Yours faithfully. Yeah, it just gives an idea of what ones to choose to express. Then I have my super dictionary of flags, and I wish to say that I call it a dictionary. I wish to say that, again, I was very proud when I first received this. And I thought to myself, yes, I so wish to be very educated in flags. Have I studied them? Not much. English Yiddish type of dictionary. There we are, Hebrew at the bottom. And inside, yes, for example, schlock, which is a Yiddish word meaning untidy slob. Very nice, isn't it? So there we are. French for travellers. I think some of you might know that I'm obsessed with France and Paris. So if I go back, when I go back, hopefully, I'll try and remember that I have this. It's quite an old one, so it may not really be very helpful to me. However, it might have some use. For example, I could... Sweet white wine, best known as those in the Sauterne family. The noblest is Chateau Yem. accompanies desserts, especially custard pudding, cake, sweet souffle, pate, at one time popular with oysters. Well, I just think if one likes a wine, it goes with whatever one so wishes for it to go with. But there's the formality of it, and like with each subject. French phrase book and dictionary. Again, very useful if I'm going to go back to Paris and France. After dinner speeches, again a book I was extremely proud to have bought. And it says Marks and Spencer at the top, so I think I probably bought it from Marks and Sparks. If the cops arrest a mime, do they tell him he has the right to remain silent? Well, it's hilarious, isn't it? I got it a bit late. Oh gosh, book's just gone down the other way. Never mind. Emergency fire aid. I used to be obsessed with buying little books on each subject, and I used to feel very, as I said, educated. Dictionary Thesaurus, a word power guide, Oxford. There we are. One really looks up wording online now, really, on via one's computer. I mean, look up a word. Certain, sure, confident, convinced, satisfied, persuaded. Lovely. So I have here, no, that's not a subject. I have this French dictionary, the best-selling French mini dictionary, Collins Gem. There we are. Very nice. My doorbell may go any moment. There we are. Oh gosh, my French, my accent. Membre. Son, pe. Member. Very nice. Okay, so we're going on to my Jewish holidays children's book. Oh, sorry, did I show you the front correctly? Purim and Ta'anis Esther. In the 14th of Adar, 1 month before the beginning of Pesach, we celebrate Purim. And here's a picture for you to look at. Oh, going back to dictionaries, if I may. Here's a nice example of a dictionary. Please take a look at this. English Dictionary, Collins. I remember I bought this from Smith's in Edgware. It was on special offer about, oh gosh, 25, 30 years ago, probably. Sorry for the slam, each slam on the floor. Then I'm just checking to see if there's any more dictionaries. Yes, Oxford Essential French Dictionary, French, English, English, French. There we are, my obsession with France. Mince, slim, there we are. And then I have my Collins Gem Babies' Names. Lovely. I recall wanting to know the meaning of my name. It's Sandra, which means friend, which is short for Cassandra, which Cassandra is long for Cassie, and Sandy's short for Sandra. And then there's the boy name, Alessandra. No, Alessander. And the female name version is Alessandra. And Cassie and Cassandra is connected to Cassie with the crystal ball. So I learned that from buying this type of dictionary. At the moment I don't see more dictionary. So I'll go on to a psychology book. When I say no, I feel guilty. Do any of you feel that way it's hard sometimes to say no. I know. That's a good one. However, sometimes one just has to say no, of course. Then there's Mars and Venues, the Little Book of Confident Children. Lovely little baby book by John Gray. The purpose of rewarding children is to awaken the part of them that wants to cooperate. That's nice. And I'll go on to a Dr. Dot book. Dr. Dot Famous Faces. There we are. I don't know who each one is here. That's Elvis, I think. And that one is, I think, David Bowie, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Very nice. Oopsie daisy. Yes, I've had that tea, so I haven't broken anything. So we're on to Judaism, the Jewish Bible according to the Masoretic text, the Holy Scriptures. I'm not very strong on religion. However, I wanted to have a decent Bible, or what I describe as a decent Bible, so I bought it, I think. Now we're back to Dr. Dot again, this time on the subject of cute cats. I haven't done much of each one that I've shown you of Dr. Dot today. There we are. I haven't done possibly any of them. Where are they? Here we are, Dr. Dot. And we'll go on to Please My Hatchie and Little Bee, the inspiring true story of one boy and his dog, Wendy Holan. There we are. It's got the same, very similar name to the book, the film, Hatchie, which is on subject of a dog, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was done on purpose to sell the book. Right. Okay, so we go on to Julia Child, a French cook, chef, doing mainly French cookery. And here's Laura Shapiro, A Penguin Life, Julia Child. Lovely book. If I recall correctly, this is larger print, yes. I think I really enjoyed this. I love larger print. And as I get older, my eyesight's not so brilliant. So I wouldn't mind reading this. I think I've read the whole book of this. I wouldn't mind reading it again. I'm going to put it aside. Right, next book. Notting Hill. Again, I'm very proud that I have this and I have looked at it. And most of you, I hope, know and have seen the book Notting Hill with Hugh Grant. Where do I place it? Where does it belong, so to speak? Right. Okay, one more animal book. A Gift from Bob. How a Street Cat Helped One Man Learn the Meaning of Christmas. There we are. I don't know if you know the story of Bob the cat, but this is Bob the cat. Very sadly, the cat's not alive anymore. Place that with my Hatchie book. Going back to religion, 101 classic Jewish jokes, Jewish humour from Groucho Marx to Jerry Seinfeld. There we are. When I think of Jewish jokes, I think of my late father. A short, skinny Jew walks into a lumber camp looking for a job. To impress the sceptical foreman, he chops down a towering oak tree in 90 seconds. Wow, where'd you learn to do that? The foreman asks. In the Sahara forest, he replies. I'll just have to go and pick up my delivery and then I'll come back. Excuse me, please. When the doorbell rings, I'll go again. So I was just in the midst of, I think one says midst, of reading you one of the Jewish jokes. I'll have to change it because I've lost the page. Oh, excuse me, please. Oreo! Oh, hello. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Whoopsie daisy, sorry. Who am I apologising to? Myself and yourselves for the bash. Okay, so I'll go into a joke, shall I? A Texan visiting Israel asks a farmer about his farm. It's 35 metres in front and almost 50 metres out back. I raise a few chickens, the Israeli says with pride. In a farmer too, says the Texan. On my farm I can drive from morning until sundown and not reach the end of my property. That's a shame, says the Israeli, shaking his head. I once had a car like that. I don't get it. A Texas visiting Israel asks a farmer about his farm. It's 35 metres in front and 50 metres out back. I raise a few chickens. I'm a farmer too, says the Texan. On my farm I can drive from morning until sundown and not reach the end of my property. Yes, I think I get it now. Silly. It's funny though because I love the different types of humour of the different nationality. Let's see here. And religions. Oh, that's not a book, so I'll just place that with this. I recall buying this. This is really mainly for children. However, I just fancied the picture, which is classical ballet and gymnastics, which is, some of you will know, is very typical of me. And inside, I do recall involving myself in some of it. I think I took up the first page challenge, if I'm not mistaken. Where? Bang. Drawing Cats, another one for cats. A step-by-step guide for artists by Amy Wilshire. There we are. Very academic when it comes to the theory of art. One would be surprised, maybe. Then I have my each colouring book on classical ballet. I'll show you each one together, shall I? The front of each one. And it's really, again, for children. However, I enjoy it, and why not? Each one of us is a child has a child within anyway, so I have nothing to hide. Lovely picture. Why a Daughter Needs a Dad. I bought that for obvious reasons. My late father passed away about 10 months ago, for those of you who don't know. So I bought this and I wrote a story on the subject of my beautiful late father, and it got published into a magazine, Israeli Jewishy type of magazine. Yes. Then there's a ballet book, which I may have shown you before. It's largely cut out pictures because I used, I think, some of it to hang up on the wall. No Ballet Shoes in Syria. There we are, another Sandy book. By Catherine Bruton, I think it says, yes. Again, a sort of very arty book. Oil Pastels, and I didn't know I had these. And it's not a book, so again, that can stay here. That's good. I threw away some felt tips today, so marvellous. Perfect. Angela Nicely, Puppy Love by Alan MacDonald, illustrated by David Roberts. Again, a book really for a child. However, I like it that it's like large print, and I relax when I'm reading a child book occasionally. I'm Okay, You're Okay, a psychological book. Some of you might know it, by Scott Peck, I think. Oh, no. Thomas Harris explains how to gain control of yourself, your relationships and your future, no matter what has happened in the past. Illustrated, originally published by Jonathan Cape Limited as the Book of Choice. Thomas A. Harris, MD, Climb Out of the Cellar of Your Mind, a record-breaking US bestseller. So it's Thomas A. Harris. I do apologise. That's what it seems to me. Yes, MD. Yes, psychology. So I'm going on to Brain Teasers from Jewish Folklore, another Jewish humour book. I recall when I first had this, and I was very proud to have it. I'll just show you a picture inside. And one more. The international bestseller Helen Brown, possibly the next Marley and Me, by Good Housekeeping. How a Small Black Cat Helped Heal a Family. There we are, I think by Helen Brown. Again, a type of Bob the Cat type of book. Probably a lot of people copied it at the time. Ballet Shoes, Nell Stretford. That's, I think, a famous one. So I've seen the film of this, I think, as well. Lovely story. Very nice. Classical ballet galore in Sandy's life. I love everything to do with classical ballet, don't I? An Extraordinary Neighbourhood, One Extraordinary Cat, Alfie, the Doorstep Cat by Rachel Wells. Bob, No Ordinary Cat by James Bowen. For the Love of Bob, there we are. I've read each one of the Bob books. What do I have here? My Name is Bob, another book, which I think this one's for children, but I've looked through. Yes, it's a children's book. Please have a look at that. Super, super picture. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, from the all-new live-action movie Centum. Yes, I recall receiving this book. I'll show you a picture. It's not something I'm enormously interested in. However, a pleasant little book. I may keep it to give my friend's daughter. Yes, I'll keep it here. I don't mind saying. What have I got? Sticky Dolly Dressing Dancers. Lovely. Has a mixture of each style of dance, including classical ballet. There's swing, and one takes the stickers from the book and places each sticker on each dancer, and it's very pleasant. I've done a bit of it, this book, I remember. I do recall. Here we are, we're showing you a bit of the sticker work here. Lovely. I'm definitely not giving that to my friend's daughter. Little Ballet Star. I think I've read this in a vlog, if I'm not mistaken. Then there's Princess Poppy Ballet Shoes. Again, I think I've read this to you in a vlog. Then there's going back to Judaism. Where I Live, North Harrow, Stanmore and Harrow Weald, Past and Presence by Don Water. Britain in the Old Photographs. There we are. That's, I think, Stanmore and Harrow Weald. Yeah, so that will be around Stanmore, Harrow Weald area many, many years back. Very nostalgic, I feel, from that type of book. Yes, again, for a child, however, I enjoy the occasional brain puzzle, which is, yes, it's not as hard, I don't mind comparing, as maybe an adult book. However, I don't mind. I'm very happy just to enjoy myself. And ditto with Science Essentials. Ditto with Maths Made Easy. Then I have a book, When Fraser Met Billy. And Like Before with English Essentials. I'm going into Christmas, which it's not long till Christmas now. So I have a Christmas colouring in book. I shall keep this beside me because it's not all that far away from Christmas now. And a French cookery book. Surprise, surprise. Look inside to see if there's beef bourguignon in here. I love that dish. Here we are, starters. It's not a starter. Well, not for me anyway. Roulette de porc, I think it says. Quiche Lorrain. Salade niçoise. Soufflé en fromage. Asperges à la sauce hollandaise. I may not be pronouncing each word correctly. Here we are, beef bourguignon. A French book isn't a French book. Not cookery wise, without beef bourguignon for me. There we are. Beef bourguignon. Delicious. Oops. French cookery with my dictionaries for some reason. Here we are. The Where in the World is Bob? Again, on subject of Bob the Cat. Child type book, I think. The Jewish World of Yesterday, 1860 to 1938. For those of you who don't know, I'm a Jewish lady. Nice book. Again, I was very proud when I first received this book. Annie, which probably a lot of you know that I love the story and I love the musical. So that's nice. I'll stick that somewhere with my Annie merchandise. And then I have Mastering the Art of French Cooking by Julia Child, Louisette Berthold and Simone Beck. Mastering the Art of French Cooking by Julia Child and Simone Beck. My favourite French chef, late chef, the late Julia Child. I bought that online. I love it to bits, I don't mind saying. The Complete Book of Hebrew Baby Names, Smadar Shir Sidi, more than 5,000 traditional and contemporary Hebrew names for your baby. There you are. For those of you who are Jewish and Israeli, and those of you who simply wish to learn. Let's see, please. Jacob, the English form of Yaakov. There we are. Iyar, from the H light. The name of the second month in the Jewish calendar when the Israeli Independence Day is celebrated. 5th Iyar, also spelled Iyyar. Place that with my dictionaries. Job Bradshaw, In Defense of Dogs, the top 10 bestseller. Every dog lover, dog owner or prospective dog buyer should read this book. The Sunday Times. Lovely. I defend dogs. I defend any animal, any insect, and any human being. Animal Rescue, again, a child type of book, however relaxing for me. Wiz Rules OK. I liked the picture and I liked the colouring and I liked the topic. It seemed a kind of story on subject of rebellion, and I occasionally enjoy a book of such nature, I don't mind saying. Now a major film, A Street Cat Named Bob, James Bowen. A Gift from Bob. I think I've already shown you this book. I don't need it twice, do I? So I'm just going to check for sure. And if it's something I have two of, I shall give one probably to a friend of mine. A Gift from Bob. Yes, maybe I don't have it twice. Okay, I shall keep it. Who was Julia Child? There we are. A fine lady, in my opinion. Again, another book with nice large writing. Largish, in my opinion of largish. So I shall keep that aside. A Street Cat Named Bob. Maybe it's this one I have more than one of. I don't seem to, although... okay, well, I'll keep it for the moment. And then this is a project I did. I did a very neatly done and tidy and organised and informative on a holiday I was on. And I was in... Barcelona. Very nice, so neat. I did make an effort to be correct here. Please have a look at my handwriting and the manner in which I've stuck the pictures or stapled the picture, each picture. I'm going to keep that aside as well. I'm very proud of that. Sometimes do you find that if one has a lot of possessions, that one often forgets what one has? That I haven't got all that many books left to show you, but enough to keep going for at least 15 minutes, I think. The Happy Child, Everything You Need to Know to Raise Enthusiastic, Confident Children. There you are. Another type of psychology book by Linda Blair. Very nice. My cat's watching, aren't you, darling? You're going to get your food, I promise you. My Life in France, Julia Child. It's absolutely fine to leave the cat waiting, because what I don't want to take place is that the cat shall throw up again. And it's distressing for the cat, mainly. And it's nothing to do with giving too much food on a materialistic point of, to do with money, but I just don't want to disappoint my cat again. So the longer the better. Obviously I mustn't take hours, however I'm covered, so to speak. My Life in France, I'm just trying to think. Yes, I'll place it here. Okay. The Art of Jewish Cooking. There we are. If I'm not mistaken, my late aunt may have done one recipe in this book. I could be incorrect. And if I am correct, I'm not quite sure the manner in which to check, unless at the back there's a... Yes. Joyce... Let's have a look. No, there's no way of knowing unless I go through each little detail in the book. A street cat named Bob. Oh, I'm probably buying. Let me just see, please. Here we are, a street cat named Bob. Same story exactly. I shall give one away. Yes, it's exactly the same book. So lovely. That's for my friend. Dictionary of Psychology. For some of you might have caught the gist that I'm into psychology. Where am I here? My life in France, Julia Child. The late Julia Child. There we are, lovely. Mwah. Oh gosh, there's really not much left. Well, how disappointing for me. I'm quite enjoying myself. Bear with me, please. I'm just trying to get each book because I've shown so many. I've had to spread them all over the place. Oh gosh, that's probably my delivery. So again, bear with me, please. And things are falling down. Very good. Hello, I'm back. Just for the moment until the doorbell rings, I think and hope. Shakespeare, the complete works of William Shakespeare, Pauds. There we are. I used to do a lot of drama, so I used to love my straight acting. Susan Findon, Casper, the commuting cat. Another one. Now this is an Annie, Little Orphan Annie, Victoria Palace Theatre programme. I know it's not a book. I've placed it with my books. However, I'm going to keep it with my Annie book as a type of a bookmark, probably. Solomon's Kitten. Okay, bear with me, please. I don't know what it is, but I have a nice delivery. I hope a nice delivery. Just tear it open a little bit, just in case it's something that I'd like to show you. Oh, I know what it is, not now. Right. This is the last batch, so to speak. Man Walks into a Bar, the ultimate collection of jokes and one-liners. Stephen Arnott and Mike Haskins. There we are. What happens when you play country music backwards? You sober up, your wife comes back and your dog undies. Well, haha. Silly, really, very silly. I'm just trying to think where to place the book. I think with this lot. The Lion First Bible. I think my mother bought this for me. God bless my mother. Please God for my mum. Here we are, lovely. And it's a child's book. However, I like it. Margot Fonteyn, the ballerina. Meredith Daneman. Very nice. The late Margot Fonteyn. I wish to say Margot Fonteyn was for those of you who don't know, was a very, so to speak, prestigious classical ballet dancer in her time. And when Margot Fonteyn passed away, the ballet company that Margot Fonteyn was involved with didn't bother to buy a reasonable, so to speak, reasonable tombstone for the poor late Margot Fonteyn. I'm just... There we are. Venice, pocket guide. So if I go to Venice, I'm sorted. Ah, here we are for a Jewish, these called the Diaspora Haggadah. It's for the festival of Passover, or in Hebrew I think it's Pesach. There's some Israeli writing. And here we are, lovely. And in this book, one can there's transliteration here. So for example, Baruch Atah Adonai, which is Hebrew for blessed are you, Lord our God, I think. In English letters, so because my Hebrew reading isn't so hot, so to speak. Devon by Joy Katz. Another cute book. Collins Dictionary Quotations. There you are. My dictionary collection. Tilly, the ugliest cat in the shelter. How I rescued her and she rescued me, from the best-selling author Celia Haddon. I think a beautiful looking cat. So nice. Solomon's Tale, the story of a little cat who saved a family in crisis. There you are. By Sheila Jeffries. Cute. A Little Giant Encyclopedia of IQ Tests. There we are. I had an IQ test when I was a lot younger, and I was very lazy at school. I didn't study hard, and I had an above average IQ, and I remember having a bit of a debate, or if that's the correct word, with my mother, and my friend who did the eye test on me said that unlike what my mother initially thought, that one's IQ is set all up throughout one's life. No, it was confirmed to me by my friend that one can improve upon one's IQ with more and more knowledge. So here we are. And one more book. Julia Child Rules, Lessons on Savouring Life by Karen Carbo. Here we are. I think like nice looking book. Lovely. My favourite chef. Late chef. That's a nice ending for today's vlog. I hope you have been enjoying yourself. I've enjoyed this thoroughly. And I hope to see you, please God, next time. All being well. And please take care of yourselves. And please take care of each other. And please, again, look after yourselves. Please take care again, please. Lots of love. Deep fondness. Bye-bye.